You've built your entire adult life around one single, relentless mission: avoid the feeling. You run from the quiet dread, the persistent emptiness, the sharp pang of loneliness, or the hot burn of shame. You've become a professional emotional fugitive, constantly on the move, always looking for the next distraction, the next high-speed chase, the next quick fix to silence the inner noise. You call it relaxing, de-stressing, or having fun. But let's be brutally honest, it's numbing. You're not managing your emotions, you're burying them alive under layers of consumption, mindless activity, and external noise. Here's the first brutal truth. The temporary relief you get from numbing your pain is costing you your entire future. Every time you push down a feeling you don't want to deal with, the frustration with your boss, the sadness about a breakup, the anxiety about your finances, you are simultaneously dulling your capacity for joy, passion, and genuine connection. Emotions don't come in neat packages you can selectively throw away. When you numb the bad, you inevitably numb the good. You're left living in a vast, neutral gray zone, convinced that this shallow, passionless existence is the only way to survive. You mistake emotional flatness for stability. It is not. It's emotional atrophy. Think about your relationships. You crave deep intimacy, yet you refuse to bring your authentic, messy, feeling self to the table. You expect a partner to somehow guess what you're feeling, to peel back the layers of your performance, all while you're furiously building the wall higher. When someone tries to get close, you deploy a new numbing strategy: withdrawal, sarcasm, or picking a fight over something trivial. This isn't about protecting them, it's about protecting your performance. You fear that if you let them see your real pain, your real vulnerability, they will leave. But here's the shocking realization. Your numbness is what's actively pushing them away. They aren't rejecting your sadness, they're rejecting the inauthenticity, the emotional distance, and the exhausting game of trying to connect with a person who isn't even fully present. You are building walls not around your pain, but around your capacity to love and be loved. The problem isn't the pain itself, it's the fear of the pain. You treat every negative emotion as a catastrophic tidal wave that will destroy you. So you build a dam out of digital scrolling, empty calories, and endless planning. But here's the physiological reality. Emotions are energy in motion. They're designed to pass through you, delivering information, and then moving on. By numbing them, you are trapping that energy. The sadness you avoided yesterday is still there today, only now it's solidified into a heavy, permanent weight called resentment or depression. The small but powerful mindset shift is this: stop viewing pain as a threat and start viewing it as a compass. That sharp feeling in your chest is not a sign that you are broken. It is a signal that something in your life requires your immediate, honest attention. It's a sign that your values are being violated or your needs are not being met. You don't need to fix the feeling. You need to listen to the information it's providing. Stop running from the silence. The answer you've been searching for is waiting in the quiet space you've been working so hard to avoid. You treat your emotions like a spoiled child you need to lock in a closet. You believe that if you just ignore the screaming long enough, it will eventually tire itself out and go away. But those suppressed emotions don't vanish. They metastasize. They don't just sit still, they leak out in subtle, corrosive ways that destroy your life from the inside out. They become the sudden, disproportionate rage you feel at a mild inconvenience. They become the inexplicable mood swing that confuses your partner. They become the physical tension that manifests as chronic back pain or tension headaches.
Here is the second brutal truth. The cost of your emotional suppression is being paid by your body and your relationships. Your refusal to sit with uncomfortable emotions, grief, fear, shame, is forcing your body to act as an emotional storage unit. Your muscles tense, your digestive system slows, and your nervous system stays in a constant state of low-grade alert. You are constantly in fight or flight mode, not because a bear is chasing you, but because the unbearable feeling you shoved down last Tuesday is still screaming for release. The irony is staggering. You numb to avoid pain, but in doing so, you create constant, low-level physical and psychological pain. Now, let's dissect the attraction dynamics of emotional suppression. You wonder why you can't attract a genuinely mature, secure partner? It's simple. You are emotionally inconsistent. One moment you're charming and present, the next you're distant and passive-aggressive. This unpredictability is a massive red flag. Secure people want partners who are predictable in their emotional authenticity, meaning they know what they're getting. They prefer a partner who can openly say, "I'm upset right now and need 10 minutes," over a partner who smiles and says, "I'm fine," while seedy internally. Emotional maturity is the highest form of attractiveness, and it is defined by the ability to feel, label, and articulate an emotion without letting it destroy you. Your numbing is telling the world that you are emotionally immature and therefore a massive long-term risk. The shocking realization about your numbing habit is that it has become your identity. You are no longer just using a numbing mechanism. You are the person who always scrolls, always drinks, always overworks. You're afraid that if you take away the shield, you won't know who you are anymore. The frantic activity, the busy schedule, the constant distraction, those things have replaced your sense of self. You are addicted to the process of avoidance because it's the only identity you recognize. Stepping into your feelings isn't just uncomfortable, it's an existential crisis because it demands that you shed the only self you've known. The next small, actionable mindset shift is to implement the 90-second rule. Neuroscientists tell us that the chemical surge of an intense emotion lasts on average for about 90 seconds. If you can sit with the raw, uncomfortable feeling for just that long, without reacting, without judging, without reaching for the phone or the distraction, the emotional wave will break, crest, and pass. You don't have to fix it. You don't have to understand it. You just have to endure it for 90 seconds. Your power lies not in controlling the feeling, but in observing it. Let the feeling be felt. It cannot hurt you.
You are resisting the simplest truth of human existence. To live is to feel. By fighting the pain, you are fighting reality itself. You are trying to build a fulfilling life out of parts you've deemed acceptable. But the rejected parts, the sadness, the fear, the anger, are the exact pieces holding the entire structure together. Without the data they provide, your life will always be unstable, running on half-truths and manufactured joy. Here is the final, ultimate truth. The vulnerability you avoid is the currency of connection you desperately seek. You cannot have deep, meaningful, secure relationships without dropping the mask and letting your full, messy feeling self be known. Every time you open up about a real struggle, every time you let a tear fall, every time you admit you're scared, you are not losing power. You are gaining sovereignty. You are proving that you are a person who can handle reality, and that is a lighthouse for secure, emotionally available people. They don't want your perfection. They want your trust. And trust is built on shared, felt reality, not on a performance of strength. The emotional numbing you practice isn't just a waste of energy, it is a betrayal of your core self. You have a deep well of passion, clarity, and purpose buried under all that avoidance. By stopping the numbing, you aren't just letting the pain out, you are letting the life back in. You are regaining access to your motivation, your creativity, and your genuine capacity for excitement. You will find that the anger you feared is a powerful motivator for setting boundaries, and the sadness you avoided is the precursor to profound empathy. The final mindset shift is not a command, but an invitation to reclaim your life. Stop trying to solve your feelings and start letting your feelings solve your life. Your emotions are the feedback loop telling you where to go. You don't need more logic, you need more honesty. When you feel a strong emotion, stop, name it, and ask, what boundary do I need to set? Or what action do I need to take
that this feeling is signaling. The dam is about to break, and that is a good thing. Let the current pull you. It's the only way to move forward.